The Honorable Abante.
As an endorser, no, let me just answer the statement of Congressman Rufus. Of course, not being a lawyer, but of course, a very good student of law, no, legal doctrine, as explained in the case of Gutierrez, nabanggit na kanina, no, versus HOR, Committee on Justice. An impeachment complaint is sufficient in substance when it recites facts that, assuming their truth, constitute an impeachable offense and are determinative of the committee's jurisdiction. Yun po yung binanggit kanina ni Congressman Lawrence. It is not yet a full-blown trial on the merits. Because sufficiency in substance, as has been said, requires a recital of facts that, assuming the truth, sapagkat lahat po ito allegations pa lang eh, assuming their truth, constitute an impeachable offense and establish the committee's jurisdiction. Therefore, an impeachment complaint that is conclusory, fact-bare, or effectively unsupported despite verification is vulnerable to being found insufficient. Yun po ang gustong sabihin, no? Now, pinag-usapan yung recital of ultimate facts dito. The fourth complaint that we are endorsing is sufficient in substance because it does not rely on mere constitutional labels or generic accusations as accused by Congressman Rufus. Hindi lang ito basta nagsabi ng betrayal of public trust or culpable violation ng walang detalye sapagkat nakalagay na po lahat eh, di ba? Instead, it pleads a concrete recital of facts constituting the offense charge and determinative of the committee's jurisdiction. Sa madaling salita, may malinaw na salaysay na mga pangyayari, may petsa, may halaga, may dokumento, at may testigo. Hindi ito puro haka-haka o opinion lamang. So in particular, the complaint alleges a public admission on 23 November 2024 regarding contracting an assassin, for example, together with the Alice non-retraction and reiteration of that statement. It situates these allegations within their factual context, security implications, legal theory, expressly invoking culpable violation of the Constitution, betrayal of public trust, and other high crimes which are constitutional ground for impeachment under the 1987 Constitution. Ibig sabihin, hindi lamang sinabi na may kasalanan. Ipaniliwanag kung ano ang sinabi, kailan sinabi, paano ito nakaapekto sa seguridad ng bansa at bakit ito pumapasok sa mga grounds of impeachment. The complaint likewise alleges, allegations pa rin, ano po, specific confidential funds transactions and supporting particulars, including, for example, pinag-usapan na kahapon to, 125 million in cash on December 20, 2022. Alleged liquidation within 11 days. Alleged COA disallowance of 73,287,000. Alleged irregularities such as duplicate pays, PSA certifications of non-existent records, and fabricated receipts. And it also cites an identified affiant, Ramil Madriaga, and references relevant documentary records. Mahalaga ito dahil may eksaktong halaga eh. Eksaktong petsa at tinukoy ng mga dokumento at affidavit. Hindi ito simpleng akusasyon lamang. May mga kalakip na ebidensya at pangalan ng testigo. These particulars matter dahil sinabi ng Korte Suprema na, I quote, mere allegation is not evidence. And that verification presupposes reliance on documents and other pertinent records supporting the allegation. Sa madaling salita, para po maunawaan din ng mga ordinaryong kababayan natin na sumusubaybay sa atin ngayon, hindi pwedeng puro salita lamang. Kailangan may batayan. At dito may tinutukoy ng mga dokumento at opisyal na record. Nalalabas po yan. Hindi lang po siguro natin pwedeng sabihin 24 hours, lalabas ka dito. Meron po tayong sinusunod na batas tungkol dito. So finally, the fourth complaint alleges discrete act of obstruction of oversight, including, nabanggit na po kahapon to, refusal to answer questions in House hearings, Alice instruction to COA not to comply with a subpoena, entry into House premises during detention days. Maraya po mga bagay, mga colleagues, Madam Chair. Yun lang po ang gusto kong sabihin dito.